Hello, my beautiful gemstones. Welcome to Tuesday's afternoon talk. And I'm laughing because I just put my hair on and I realized it's really messed up. I don't care. Okay. I'm just going to roll with it. Happy Tuesday. It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you all in here. Miss Shelley, so nice to see you. Lotus Girl, Mark Halstead. Thank you guys so much for showing up. What's up, Roger? We had a lot of new people, or a few new people last week that I urged to get in contact with me so that they can send me in their encounters. And I did just film, not like this with my real hair, Listener Encounters Volume 17. So that'll be out on Monday. It'll be 24 hours public and then go to the members only. I just want to show this is a birthday gift. As many of you know, my birthday is Friday the 1st. I won't be filming, streaming that night because I'll be driving to my mom's. So it's either going to be Thursday night or Saturday. We're going to celebrate my birthday. I'm turning 22, as many of you know. I do have some feelings about being 41 because 40 was like, all right, now I'm like old, and now I'm going to be 41 on Friday, and I'm just like, can February have 31 days maybe? But we are going to celebrate my birthday probably Saturday, but I am going to try for Thursday. So let's bring in the man of the happy hour.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Slow motion. Hello, what is up?
Slow motion. Roger. Mark. Everybody. Oh, Shelly.
Guys, I was working on, what's up, Miss Pixie? I was working on the videos for Monday. Like I do the members only and I leave it public for 24 hours. So if you can't afford to be a member, or if, you know, you just aren't, everybody gets a chance to watch. And then I do the regular pre-recorded. So for the members only is going to be Listener Encounter 17, which there's 4, but one of them's like right from Patterson, which I thought was so cool. He didn't say Patterson, but he basically said Patterson. He said, your hometown, where you grew up. And then he said South Patterson at the end, but he said in that area. So I think it was actually Patterson, but he might not have wanted to offend me. I don't know. But it was a gin encounter. It was so cool. But then for the regular video, I did UFOs on modern battlefields, World War I, World War II, and the Korean War and the Vietnam War. And I did 8,000 words. And I could have kept going and did another 8,000. That's how many times this has happened. And I'm talking about UFO attacks. Some of them are like, we saw the UFO and we saw it up close. There were attacks where people actually died for firing on these things. So you guys are not going to want to miss that. At first I was like, I don't know if this is kind of like a boring topic. It's not paranormal in nature, but I do sometimes talk about the extraterrestrial stuff. So interesting. Tennille, members only is, I believe $4.99 is the cheapest, and I'm trying to do more. Like someone said the other day that they paid the extra for like the extra membership, and like I don't want people to do that. I want people to get the minimum membership right now, because until I get it, I'm the worst businesswoman in the world, but I don't want to rip anyone off. So until I get enough members to be able to do bigger things like live streams, special videos just for members that are never public, send out readings and birthday gifts. I want to do all that stuff. But with 12 members, it's hard. Lotus, talk to me after the stream about that, because I wanted to get back to you from yesterday anyway. One thing I want to, speaking of extraterrestrials, I've talked before about this thing on the back of my right knee. It every once in a while, it will just severely hurt. And it's like, okay, I'm getting older and I've always had issues with this knee. It was a cheerleading accident, actually. I call it cheerleader knee. I was the flyer and the girl purposely dropped me and I landed on my right knee on a mat, but it still hurt. So from that time on, I was about 14 or 15. I would just randomly pop my knee in and out. It was just a normal thing that I did, never thought anything of it. And I am getting somewhere with this. So the past 4 or 5 years, like I've been doing yoga. And every once in a while, like twice a year, I will end up with a yoga injury on that knee. And it happened last night to a point where like I was in the bathroom. I was leaning down, picking some stuff up, and I went to stand up and I actually fell face first into the bathroom window. Now, luckily I have like a shelf there, and I had to crawl from the master bathroom into my bedroom. Like that's how bad my knee was hurting. I looked at it. It looked like there was a baseball behind my knee. So I poked it and it was hard. But as with what usually happens, I woke up this morning perfectly fine with nothing behind my knee. Now, I don't know much about knee injuries, but I can do backflips right now if I wanted to and have no issue. And that's what freaks me out about this, is that, yeah, it could be an injury, but if it was a real injury, I've always called it the implant knee, because if it was an injury, it wouldn't only last minutes or like a couple of hours, right? It would be there when I woke up. It was so bad last night, I couldn't roll over in bed and move my leg. And then I woke up. You heard me on the voice text I was sending you. I was crying. I was afraid to move my leg to get, 10 feet from the bathroom to the bed. So definitely interesting. I'm discussing extraterrestrials in the upcoming video. And now I've got this thing going on with my knee. And I don't believe there are coincidences. So, oh, by the way, guys, I am now a pretentious woman, and I'm going to turn my nose up at everybody now and just I do love it. I've been drinking a lot more water since I got it yesterday. Quick story. I went to a birthday party with my 5-year-old son the other day, and every single mom there, I live kind of in an upper class neighborhood. And I come from the ghetto, so I don't really fit in, even though I do try with my wigs and my crystal jewelry and everything that I do. All the moms had Stanley cups, and I messaged Ghostdragonzw, and I'm like, yeah, Shelly's like, nope. I messaged him, and I was like, it's not fair. They were all looking down on me because I didn't have this cup. And like, honestly, I don't care about a Stanley cup. Like but he immediately sent me one for my birthday, and I want it. I love it. It's my favorite color. I had it in my wish list, but I had it as like a joke. So I have to keep explaining to people, like, yes, I have one, but it was kind of like an inside joke.
It was a joke.
So don't judge me.
I call it her status mug.
Yeah, it's the status mug. I was trying to explain to my husband, I'm like, babe, they all have Stanleys. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, a Stanley Cup is like for, what did he say? It's hockey. And I'm like, no, it's not that. I'm like, it's a Stanley Cup. It's a status symbol. And he's like, yes, but a Stanley Cup. And he just would not get off the hockey thing. And I'm trying to explain to him, it's a status symbol. These upper class moms, I felt snubs and I wanted one. It's cool. I like it. I've been drinking a lot more water, and RJ really enjoys drinking from it. He wanted to bring it to school.
Just I'm like everything else that I send, he tries to steal it.
No, I was like, dude, you're not getting the cup. I was like, I'll get you one similar, that's smaller, that fits in your backpack, but not my Stanley Cup. So anyway, that was that. Anything interesting going on with you all? I'm looking forward to my birthday weekend with my mom and Damien and RJ. My mom wants to take me to dinner. I think I want to choose Olive Garden because I really like the food there, and it's close enough to my mom's house that she won't have to drive.
Giles loves that place.
I love it. It's so good. She said Red Lobster, but she'll take me at Olive Garden if I want.
But the real diggers would beat you up for going in there.
Not if I go with my Stanley. You guys are so sweet. What's going on with you all? Yeah, Lotus Girl, right? It's so good. People are like, oh, it's like, I don't know. They have like issues with like Panera and Olive Garden. And I'm like, I love those places. I love Red Lobster too. I'm a cheap date. I really am. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm one of those people. I remember one time I had a fake Louis Vuitton bag, but I didn't know it was a fake Louis Vuitton. Like, I just bought the bag because I thought it was a cute bag. I didn't know anything about Louis Vuitton and someone said it to me, and then I was self-conscious about it because I'm like, now I'm walking around looking like I have a knockoff bag when really I just like the design. I honestly had no idea what it was because I just don't care. Thank you. Thank you for the happy early birthday, Miss Pixie. Always. I remember you had mentioned something, I believe, about your dad at some point, and I've been lighting candles and praying ever since. Johnny Yuma. Oh, thank you. Thank you. G-Man, hello. Wanted to taste really tender lobster tail. What is that an issue in Tennessee? You guys don't have good lobster tail? My favorite place to eat in the whole world, but they don't have one in South Jersey, is Joe's Crab Shack. I don't care what anybody says. In the middle of eating, the waiters and waitresses come out and you just start dancing to the Cupid Shuffle, and you're expected to get up, and they like write things on your bibs. They put bibs on you. It's a fun experience, and you get like giant pots of food that you can just like, and it's pretty good for the price.
Yeah, they closed ours down. They wasn't doing enough business. Which is
G-Man, good to see you. Johnny Yuma, you too. Lotus Girl, that's so interesting. I'm going to look around where you live, and I'm going to find you some, girl, because it's the best thing in the world. Blue Crossroads still working, but listening. Miss Pixie, I mean, is it something you want to publicly discuss? Anybody having anything paranormal going on? Lara, I just don't know really what to say. I'm so fortunate that I have both my parents, and they're basically in good health. Yeah. It's something that I can't even imagine having to deal with. So I'm here, and you have so many people praying and hopefully sending good energy, and just remember that, Miss Shelley, I see you. Miss Pixie, just remember, and I know I don't want you to take this like wrong, but like the end for us is not the end. So God forbid, like something were to happen, always be safe in the knowledge that that's just the beginning of something beautiful that we can't even comprehend as human beings. But hopefully they'll be here with you for a long time, and they'll recover, and you'll have that, because I can't imagine without my parents what I would do. Even my dad, who's like insane and addicted and just crazy. I can't imagine not speaking to him or not having him there,
It'll be interesting because, see, I knew my mom better than my dad. That's pretty sad. But since I've been with Pop, we've gotten to know each other really well, almost too well.
Yeah, you guys are definitely close. Miss Shelley, I'm looking up white feathers. Do you have any idea what the significance of them is? Are you finding them?
She said you found them.
Me?
Yeah, she's saying, I imagine that Miss Gemma found 2 more white feathers on the floor.
Oh, no. You know what? I haven't been outside, and nothing in the house, but you might be seeing something that's to come. Feathers are big by my mom's house, and that is usually where I find them. Not eating or respond. Oh my gosh.
Aw. Yeah, I've been keeping them in my prayer. At least your Pop. Now I'll keep both of them.
Yeah, I should do like a healing ritual. I've tried them before. They sometimes work and sometimes they don't, but they can't hurt. I do them for Lotus all the time, even though she doesn't know, because it doesn't seem like they have any effect, but it's still, the issue is, and Shelley, I got you. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just talking about several things at once, like I always do. I don't know. Do you guys have an issue? Like if you try to prick your finger that nothing comes out? Because when I try to prick my finger, even with like a very sharp, like brand new needle, I probably get demonetized for talking about BLOOD, even though I'm not saying anything bad. Nothing comes out. So the one thing that I try to do, it's like a tiny drop that you need to put out there as an offering. I can't get anything to come out. Have a great day, Johnny. Thank you so much for coming in. I know sometimes to some people this show is boring, but we have fun.
You were talking about UFO sightings during the war. Man, I should send you some of the ones that have been told to me. When I was fighting, I had a couple of the teachers were Vietnam vets. And 2 of them told me stories while they were in the jungle that they seen unidentified flying objects actually landing on Vietnamese, in Vietnamese air, land, on their side, and hearing screams and stuff, and watch them leave.
Here's the reason, I would believe it regardless. So guys, I just did a short on, how yesterday I did, I'm a Pisces sun. Well, today I did, I'm a Libra moon. I'm doing all of them. It's going to be a series, but you guys got to let me know you like it, because I'm nervous doing them, because I think that I look and sound stupid. So Okay. As for the UFOs on the battlefield, I didn't realize how much of this there was. Like, I would believe it anyway. But after the research I just went through for the last month to get this video out, like, you guys don't understand. Every once in a while, like last week, I have to like quickly research something really fast. And I already have the research because I research random things for like months or years at a time. And I put them on the back burner. And then when I really need something and I have no time, I pull them out. That's where the Slender Man randomly came from. I already had the research there. But normally I will get a topic like the red cap. Yes, Miss Shelley. Yes, they're in this story. The red cap or the Titanic children. And it takes me several months because I don't know if you notice my videos are a little distracting because I'm reading. I can't help that until I get a teleprompter. And that's going to be awesome when I do, because that's the only thing people complain about. I'm very thorough, and like I make sure that like when I'm telling you something, I have made sure it's at the fact to the best that I could possibly do that. So it takes time. The Foo Fighters, yeah, I didn't know. I even said in the video, I'm like, well, I guess now I know what foo is, but I still don't know how you fight it. Ha ha ha. Zennial joke. But yeah, they talked about those. I talked about
an Air Force thing. They were also known as gremlins.
I didn't realize like the massive amount, like there was so much, like
there's a lot.
Specific,
there is a lot.
UFO encounters in Afghanistan, UFO encounters, and overseas also, like in the I don't remember what you call that area, like Saudi Arabia, Iran, in the Middle East. The Middle East, I see so many jinn sightings, right? And the one listener encounter of the guy that said, you know, Patterson, his encounter was with a jinn. And I believe that area, like on Saturdays, don't drive on Saturday mornings in South Patterson because they're all walking to mosque. Like the men are walking. They're very into their religion, which is Muslim. And I came to respect it. When you hear the church bells ring on Sunday, now they have the mosque calling over the intercom for the men. And people are trying to fight it. And I'm like, why? Like, it's so beautiful. Like, the culture is so rich. I love the food, like Middle Eastern food. Oh my gosh. It's so good. And the people are so friendly. But I do believe in the jinn. Obviously, I wrote a book about shadow entities. Fast walkers was another name for them. Yeah. So all of this separate information between the listener encounters and the UFOs on the battlefield. But once I did UFOs on the battlefield, I then ended up in information of, I can't believe I put this hair on and didn't fix it. I'm so embarrassed. Of extraterrestrials on the battlefield.
Yes.
Like actual. So I didn't get into that this time. But if you guys are interested and the views are good for Monday, I will talk about actual encounters in wars or like on the battlefield. There's so much negative energy there for like the war collective between the victims and the soldiers and the evildoers, you know.
And they're observers too. They're watching what's going on.
That is what I think is happening. So I made sure to mention the fact that none of these crafts or ships or whatever they were like behaving aggressively.
Not the one, but in the one story that the guy told me, he said that they see them land.
I'm listening, but give me 1 second.
The screams.
I'm listening to you. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
And it kind of freaked them out because they didn't understand what was going on, and then they'd see it leave. He told me a couple stories like that, and he was like deep in the jungle. He had done a couple tours. Now I know he's now suffering from the Agent Orange, but I've also heard stories from Korea.
There we go. Now I feel more confident.
So yeah, okay, and then I've run into stories about the Civil War and.
Yeah, I could have kept going like back and back, but I already had 8,000 words, and 8,000 words computes to like a 50-minute to an hour video already. So I was like, if I keep going, I'm gonna have to make this a part 2. So instead, if you guys like it, let me know. I just did, like yesterday, I did I'm a Pisces Sun, the short. I did I'm a Libra Moon today. Tomorrow I'll do Aries Ascendant, and then I'll start with Aries sun, Aries moon, Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus ascendant. And I'm just going to go through all of them. Guys, know and learn your charts. It's really important to understanding your personality, your behavior. Like most people would tell you they feel more like they're their moon sign as opposed to their sun sign, because the moon sign is like the grit, the emotion, and being a Pisces sun who like loves balance and peace and harmony and everything, and like hates obnoxious, rude people, very attuned to social graces. Libra moon is the exact same energy. So it's like double for me, which is why I really do like, I don't like very loud in your face type of people. Libra men, I take issue with being around a lot of them, not against them, just they have such big and bold personalities. And for me, it's like my ex before Ray was a Libra sun, and he was very Libra, like a Leo, very Leo. Loud, boisterous, like, come on. He used to call me Cake, and he'd be like, come on, Cake, let's go. He's like all grabbing. I couldn't deal with it. It was like way too much. So Miss Pixie says, look at books by Graham Rendell. First of all, European Foo Fighters, UFOs before Roswell. He has several in the series now, and his research is impeccable. He's a friend of mine and colleague. Aries moon. Yeah, take a look at your chart and see like what you connect with more, I guess. I was thinking of making this time that we spend together like topic based, but I wasn't sure. Like I like to kind of free fall, but then once we're doing it, I feel bad because I'm like, am I boring people away? Like I don't know.
Well, I let you do it because this is the only time you really get to talk, and here I am cutting you off.
It doesn't really bother me. I know that people in the comments tend to get like really aggressive with me when I get upset when you cut me off.
But that's only doing an oracle, and I understand that.
Right. It's just, and I think that's what they don't understand. Or like I get the people like under Virgo for, I guess it was the 2nd or 3rd week of February. They were like, stop lying to yourself and everyone else, please. And I'm like,
under Virgo?
Okay. Well, I deleted it. I hid the person from the channel. Like, I'm just not beat. It's like, don't listen. Like, don't believe it then. I don't care. But listen to it, the 60 seconds of it, and then tell me that you don't resonate with it. And I'll leave you alone. But you're in my channel. Like when people say things like that, it's like, then what are you doing here? You just gave me a view. Now you're commenting, which is interaction.
Yep.
Go away. Like there's one YouTuber, and I don't like to use the word hate, but I think I might hate her. I really can't stand her. I used to be a huge, huge fan. I used to idolize her. And something happened with a case that I had covered. I was the first one on YouTube to ever cover this person's case. This person's mom comes out of the woodwork and starts harassing me, telling me she didn't know YouTube existed for true crime. I had no right to do a video on her son, really trying to like bully me. I took the video down immediately because I would never want to hurt. I said all the information I got was from the documentary you did about your son's disappearance, and I'm only trying to help. So she goes and she accused me of like trying to profit, but I wasn't monetized at that time. It was very early on.
Information anyways.
Right. So then I find out she's helping this person that I idolize do a video about her son. So this person is profiting. And I said to her, I was like, I'm going to take the video down because I would never want to re-traumatize anybody. And all I was trying to do was help. But I don't actually have to just because you're bullying me and calling me names. That's all I said. And the videos came down. This chick goes on and talks about being inappropriate and disrespectful, meaning me 100%. But she does this in the first 15 minutes of a video about Amber Tuckerow, who was a murder victim. So you're bashing a YouTuber that worships and idolizes you, that was always a fan, who's been on YouTube for less than a year, and you're bashing them instead of privately coming to me and saying, hey, Gemma, like, you could have handled that better. I would have took her advice, and I would have loved her even more for it. But to publicly and anonymously bash me because I stood up to a bully, I was pissed and I can't stand her. And I just saw, I'm not subscribed to her, but now she has like almost 1 million subs. And I'm so mad because I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Lotus Girl, go there and get some, see how it is.
Just be you. That's what people come for.
I feel like, yeah, like that's it. But then at the same time, I can't complain. Like my channel is growing so fast.
Yes, it is.
And I can't compare myself to other people. And I think that's the problem. You know, I'm like, well, she's been on YouTube for 5 years. I've been on for like 3 and she has it, but I've gained almost 500 subscribers in the last 56 days. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is.
I'm pretty sure confidence, strategic mindset, and professional physical aggressiveness comes from my Aries moon. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it does. Because my Aries rising is what gives me like the leadership abilities, and there's good and bad to all of it. And I know we're all over the place right now, guys, but there's good and bad to all of it. So with an Aries rising and even an Aries moon, Aries in general, it's like there's always this risk of running roughshod over other people to get to where we need to be. It's an Aries thing, regardless of where the placement is in your chart. Now, my Mars is also in Aries, which makes me more likely to do these things. So this is why I say learn your chart. So now I'm mindful and cognizant. Like, am I actually helping build this person up? Or am I purposefully keeping them suppressed for as long as I can so that I can shine? I have to ask myself that sometimes when people come to me. And I always want to make sure I'm doing the right thing for people, because that should be the point. The money would be great. Yeah, it would be really great. Like, I'm broke. I have no income. But the money cannot be the point for me. It's just not something that I'm willing to falter on. You know what I mean? I'm not going to back down on my morals and my values and my priorities, which is always you guys. What are you guys happy with? Being there, being kind. I have people that message me and say, I was going to relapse today, but instead I watched your videos and I laughed and thank you. And when people say that to you, like, I'm going to cry, but like when people say that to you, especially me as being someone who was in addiction, it's just like the whole world. It's like, okay, I'm doing something really meaningful. But then I'm like, why am I not successful? But then I'm like, I am. So
you are successful more than you realize.
I think it is. I think I just don't realize it. But with the, like I was saying, with the Aries, regardless of where it falls, if it falls in the big 3, which is sun, moon, and rising, you always have to be mindful of other people around you, because we do tend to, like I said, run roughshod over other people. Just like, no, like this has to be about me right now and we'll get to you later. And we can't do that. And when you're able to be mindful of those things, right, guys, of your energetic vibration, of like where your like loyalties really lie, then you're able to progress and grow even more as a person. But the one thing we have to remember too is the higher we vibrate, think of it as like a magnet. Oh, I just got deja vu. I may have said this in the other video. That's why. Think of it as like a magnet. So the higher you vibrate, the stronger the magnet becomes. But the magnet isn't picky. It's just going to pick up whatever comes to it. And the problem is, like, I feel like the lower vibrational stuff and people and energy is what's most attracted to the magnet. Because the higher vibrating people, the higher energy has its own magnetic force. Meanwhile, we have like the bottom feeders, and I don't mean people, I mean energy bottom feeders, right? People that are vibrating low, not because I'm not talking about their humanity. I mean their energy. They haven't progressed yet. No spiritual awakenings, no spiritual awareness, things like that. The sleepers, they're more likely to latch on. But because we're vibrating so high, we don't know how to enforce boundaries. My Pisces sun and Libra moon make it pretty much impossible for me to create a boundary or enforce a boundary. But that's immature energy. So I notice that as I grow and learn and mature, things do change. So when you're reading your chart, remember there's the immature energy, the lower vibrating Libra moons, Aries risings, Aries moons, the lower vibrating, and then there are the higher vibrating. So all of those lower qualities, you have to look and be like, okay, does this define me? Do I resonate with this? And it really is worth taking the time to do, because once you're aware and cognizant of it, then you can do something about it and make sure that you're not dipping into that lower vibrational energy. Well, Blue Crossroads, none of that stuff comes from Libra except the strategic mindset. And I learned this with Damien. He's very, like, I was spending all this money on Dr. Squatch soaps, deodorants, everything for him. And he was like, oh my God, I love them so much. Thank you. And then I find out 6 months later, he didn't like them at all, but he didn't want to hurt my feelings. That's a Libra. And then when I said, hey, D, like, I don't, just say that it's not going to offend me or insult me. I'm a little annoyed now because I spent so much money. My mom gave them to Ghost Dragons because Damien didn't want.
Well, I gave him a bunch.
Yeah, so you got that back and then the stuff I bought. But it was just like this mindset of he would do anything not to hurt my feelings, even pretend to really enjoy and like love something that I bought him. Now for Christmas, I got him Versace perfume or cologne, and he did really like that one because I see him wearing it, so I know that he likes it. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. There's that status mode.
I love it. Oh, Artist gonna be like, you got your lipstick on the straw, Mom. That kid always has lipstick in his hair, on his face.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, I got a son that's sick. Pop that's pacing.
Damien has a viral infection too.
There's something going on with them too in their stomachs, big time, and I don't know what it is. I've been going to the house, but they've both been having like, well, I think Giles inherited Pop's stomach issues, but man, they're both like having issues. Last 48 hours, I feel bad for both of
them. Better than me. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I hate stomach, tooth, ear, and head. Like, no, leave me alone. Even with the knee stuff, like it's painful, but I know it just goes away. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, just remember next time the knee acts up, I've got duct tape and a hammer. We'll fix that baby right out.
Yeah.
And if we have to get the stapler out, we can get that out too. And
Lotus girl, make sure you go see if it's good. If not, I'm gonna have to send you some.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with lobster tail.
I'm gonna send Arisha a camera so that we can do like a girl talk. And I'm going to also send. I have a gift for you, Lotus, and a gift for Porky Pie as well. I meant to send his in your Christmas box, but I completely forgot, and I still have it. I got it from Mindful Souls. It's just a small black obsidian circle necklace. Even if he doesn't wear jewelry, he can hang it somewhere like in his orbit or, put it in the car. It should help absorb a lot of the toxicity, negative energy. It's been charging for like 8 months now, 5 months at least. So it's good. I've got my Moldavite in from Aunt Anna. I try not to wear the necklace at the same time because then I'm like, woo. Yeah, if you get it, there's 2 ways. So there's steamed and broiled. And I've noticed that steamed is actually better. It's more tender, whereas if they broil it, it like dries it out. Yeah, you can ask them, and if they're a good place, they'll tell you the truth because the tail is the most tender part. So I just like whole lobsters. Yeah, good. He shouldn't be going. And I know that's hard, and that's like easy for someone on the outside to say, like, you should take a day off. It's like, yeah, right, but you have to sometimes, Tennille. I mean, you just absolutely must, especially with everything going on. I'm hoping that by April, like all the energy will shift to like a more positive. Like I said, March is just not a good month for a lot of people. It just never is. There's something energetically that shifts when it goes from winter to spring that is just not, it's icky. I mean, it is. It's just gross. No, Leo. An outlaw trucker. So Andrew Gnome's Trucking Express says, Blue Crossroads, I was outlaw trucker earlier. I blew right through Snoqualmie Pass, Washington State with no issues. Chain law was enforced going eastbound, but westbound requires chains or park it. Captain and Tennille don't rock the duct tape and rope towing with red bikinis. That would be awesome. I'd like pictures of it. Pictures or it didn't happen. You guys are funny.
Oven roasted?
Oven roasted. Yeah, that should be good then. Just get it with lots of butter. I'm telling you. It'll be so good. You have to go there, though. Don't, like, get it delivered. I've had lobster tail delivered one time, and it was so chewy, so gross. It is my favorite, though. Now I'm thinking, should I go to Red Lobster? I always get a whole lobster. When I go out with my mom, she's always cool with me getting, like, whatever I want. I'm going to have to go back and look. Roger Blair. You guys are funny. I've been going to bed at like 8:30 at night and just like, I'm good with it. You know,
getting you were hurting last night, so I get,
Yeah, I couldn't do anything last night. So
I had the hammer ready though, if you needed it. I was sitting
RJ was so cute all night. He just kept rubbing and kissing my knee. He was so sweet. He was trying to comfort me.
After you gave us all crap during the game.
Yeah, we go from like me and him, we go from like arguing like husband and wife to being best friends within like 30 seconds.
That's like the kid you being yelled up to do the dishes.
Oh my God, I don't know why that was so funny to me.
It is funny because it's so true, because it's like, dude, you get out of my face, go wash dishes.
There was a Facebook short that I saw, and I don't know why, guys. I thought it was so funny. You hear the mom, as soon as it turns on, she's like, dude, having dishes. And you see the kid just go flying across the counter and he gets up and and I'm like, this is like literally, I can't even say the A word, AB, and it begins with an AB and ends with an SE of a child, but it was made to be funny. And I guess that's why it was. That's like such an 80s mom thing. Like my mom used to be like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. So again, I'm not sure if my birthday celebration is going to be Thursday or Saturday, but we're definitely going to do it. It's crazy because it falls on a Friday, so it should be perfect, but I can't do it on Friday nights when I'm going to my mom's. And because she's moving, when I go visit her now, it's like working all weekend, like helping her, which I don't mind doing, but I will be glad when it's over because she'll be 15 minutes away and then she'll be coming here to visit on weekends or whenever she wants to. I told her, I'm like, to the point where like, just knock. Like I might, you might be the one person I'll let in if you don't call first. What's up, Diane? Good to see you.
Hello.
So we'll probably be, oh, nope, I'll be at mom's that weekend. That's the last weekend. We're going to clean the dust off the baseboards. My Aries peoples. I don't have that many Pisces sun friends. I have some, like Casey, her birthday was yesterday. I posted. And someone posted that their birthday is also Friday. So I guess they weren't like a gemstone, but they did post. I always forget that like people who aren't here like all the time also watch my stuff. So Miss Pixie, normally we head out right as the stream would be starting. Because for some reason my husband finds it impossible to get home before 7 o'clock on Fridays. I don't know. It's weird. Even like on the weekends that I do the stream on Fridays, he's supposed to pick our son up at 4 and he gets here like between 5 and 6 every week. It's just weird.
But my brothers are married in March. Are born in March.
Both your brothers?
My oldest two brothers. Mike is the 2nd and Tim is the 27th. So what's that?
Oh, March 2nd is Friday. That's Pisces. And the 27th is Aries.
I didn't. Mike acts like a Pisces. I guess he's.
My friend Donna is Aries. I know a lot of Aries. My friend Danielle's Aries. I love my Aries people. I love all of you guys. You guys are all so sweet all the time and like so incredibly supportive. Bicentennial year. I'm an 83 baby. I'm a millennial. But yeah, not really much else going on this week. He is 1976. Oops. I didn't even catch it. I'm just like such a fan of Hamilton, and I didn't even notice that.
And
I've
now
been
you're
working on
watching it
shorts
by the end of the day.
on how to edit shorts the right way so that I can do them a little bit better. And I'm going to invest in a teleprompter as soon as I get some income. So that way I'll be looking at y'all while I'm talking instead of reading, because I know that really bugs a lot of people. Your son and your sister are Pisces. None of my kids are Pisces. But my oldest son is October 28th, in October Scorpio. And my daughter, my lone daughter is also Scorpio, but she's on November 20th. She's on the cusp of the revolution. I don't know. I don't remember what exactly that all means. So I have 2 Scorpio kids, which water sign and water sign. Pisces and Scorpio get along better than like anyone else in the zodiac. They just do. Especially with like a mother and son specifically, or a parent and child, and like romantic relationships. Virgo and Pisces are very, very good together because we're the opposite ends of the spectrum, the 6th sign and the 12th. So that makes a lot of sense why you and I are so close, Ghost Dragons. But then RJ is a Cancer, the other water sign, and he's sun, moon, and rising Cancer, which is a little rare to have all 3 of them be the same sign. Diane says, my mom was also and sister and mom same day. Wow. My son, my youngest son, RJ, he was born on July 13th, and his dad, my husband, is July 14th. So it's like one more day, and he wouldn't have been born on Friday the 13th, and they would have had the same birthday. But yeah, it's Andrew, that's an Aries thing, like very passionate, very fiery. But that's the perfect example of what I was talking about between like whether someone is high vibrating or low vibrating. Because if you're low vibrating, then you're always angry. You're always looking to fight. Everything offends you. But if you're high vibrating, yeah, you get pissed, you get angry, you go for people, but you don't physically go for them. You go for them up here, or you're like big enough to walk away, or like you may snap, but like a lower vibrating Aries will end up in jail like this. A higher vibrating one might think about it a little more. And those are the differences. A high vibrating Pisces is somebody who really cares about people, who can enforce boundaries, but also remain kind. A low vibrating Pisces is incredibly manipulative, very charming, very escapist. That's why Pisces have the, more of a propensity than any other sign for unaliving themselves, and also for addictions, mental illness. But also those are low vibrating things, right? Pisces, the number of billionaires, they're Pisces. Most of them, like if you took them all together, most of them would be Pisces. The number of serial killers would be Cancers. Cancers are the top serial killer sign, and that's crazy.
They say Virgo is.
Everyone thinks Aries or Scorpio, but like that would be too obvious. It's the meticulous signs. Well, the thing with Virgo is Virgo ain't going to jail for anybody. Like Cancer will. I never really understood that about Cancers, because my mom's a Cancer, my stepdad was a Cancer, but I didn't know many Cancers. Now I know so many, and I understand now there's a depth to them where if they're vibrating low, that emotion can turn bad. Like, trust me, it can turn bad. You get a Cancer and a Scorpio together, you've got problems.
Patricia's a Cancer.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
You were born on Good Friday, 1966. Nice. The zodiac killer sign. They say Cancer, Scorpio. I thought Scorpio would be like way up there, but Scorpio is actually not. And I think I discussed this like last week or the week before, where like the rarest zodiac sign, like the least amount of people, are Aquarius. And the most, what was the most? I said it last week.
Virgo.
Was it Virgo?
I think
no,
Virgo
was number 6.
Oh, maybe you're right. I know we were up there.
Most hated zodiac signs. Okay. That's not what I was looking for. Why are Virgos the most hated sign? Okay, let me
Because we think we're perfectionists.
Let me rephrase. My best friend in the world, Nelson, was a Virgo. He's a missing person now. Nobody knows where he is. I can't find him anywhere. And he was my best friend for like 5 years.
We're good at hiding.
How should I got it. What percentage of the population is
what sign?
Down. Okay. Here we go. I got it now. List of zodiac signs by how common they are. Sorry, guys. I need to remember this. Okay, so this one, I think, is a little different than the one. I guess there's no way to like really know.
It also depends. You got to remember too, the population is always changing. So
yeah, this one is more updated. So I will tell you, this is very recent, from 2 months ago. And it says the most common zodiac sign is, the least common now is Capricorn. Then Aries, then Aquarius, Sagittarius. I guess people aren't making love in the beginning of the year. Pisces, Scorpio, number 7, Taurus, 6, Libra, 5, Gemini, 4, Leo, 3, Virgo, 2. You're right. Oh, so I mean Virgo is the second, like most people are Virgos. Most people are Cancer. So from most to least common, it would be Cancer, Virgo, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Aries, and Cappies. Yeah. Sorry, I just went down a rabbit hole there. That's what happens when I'm in front of my computer working, just so you guys know.
So that's my problem at night. I get in these rabbit holes.
All right, Mark. Thank you for stopping in. We're ending in a couple minutes anyway.
Yes. Feel better afterwards. Make sure you get rest.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're froze. You're good. We can hear you. Just your picture froze.
Yeah, something weird is happening. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Well, we're getting slammed by a lot of solar flares too. So
it always messes with my computer. I have 2 brand new, one of them from you. I just have to find it, actual camera. So I'm not using this camera from the computer. One of them I know is in my walk-in closet. But the problem is I don't have storage in this giant house. I was given no space for myself. So I had to put everything I need to store in my walk-in closet, but now I can't. It's not a walk-in anymore. It's filled to the brim, and I can't. I have to dig everything out. There are even little bookshelves in my closet. I mean, that's how big it is, but I can't get through.
Have a wonderful day, both of you, Mark and Pixie.
Bye, guys. So I think we'll end it here, just because I really don't have anything else to discuss unless you guys have something. I know slow motion Halloween. Lotus Girl solar flares messed me up. I hadn't been keeping an eye. No wonder I'm so sick. Yeah, like
the bad ones make my ears ring. When we have X flares, my ears will ring like you will not believe. And I have to go look to see if there's a solar flare.
It just might be gremlins. That I don't know. Slow motion, yes. Hitting the like button will help stop me from freezing, please. Thank you. Lotus Girl, I don't know the exact like what solar flares do, but I do notice with you, your body does physically react to them a lot. So I wonder if there's anything. I'm gonna have to look it up. If there's anything we can do. Yeah, but like I react to them like mentally, like a lot of confusion. Luckily, like it's not physical. There was a car alarm going on outside my house, which is very strange because there shouldn't be anyone here. And I just want to check real quick and see if it was in my driveway. So hold on.
Because you never know. Ding dong, ding dong. Might be gremlins. Yeah, it's highly possible.
I don't care who knocks on my door. If you didn't call me and ask me first, you're not getting in. All right, guys. I love you all. Please continue to check out the shorts. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this. I cannot believe I forgot this. Guys, my new book, Campfire Stories, Volume 2, it's out. It's out. I forgot all about it because I didn't have my mentor messaging me like, hey, don't forget about the book. Guys, go to Amazon, pick up a copy. I think it's $8.99 or $9.99. It's Encounters in the Woods stories. I know you guys love them so much. I had a really hard time with this book. Getting it done. I felt very pressured. I felt like it was a lot of books at once. And I think that kind of took a toll on me, like mentally. Please go and pick up the book. If you want a signed autographed copy, it's $20 to my PayPal or Cash App. That covers shipping. And I also have to order them from Amazon because I'm self-published now. I don't have a publisher to send me author's copies. So I don't charge you guys really anything extra. I get like a few extra bucks out of that. Which I could definitely use because I have no income. Don't forget, we're celebrating my birthday this weekend, whether it be Thursday or Saturday, probably Saturday. So I'd love to see all of you guys there just celebrating with me, hanging out. Go to Amazon, Campfire Stories. Yeah, Diane, exactly. I'm the same way about people stopping by. Call first or go away. I will literally stand at my door and be like, hi, and just walk off. I'm not doing it. I will post a link to the book in the community tab right after this. And also, if any of you are on my Facebook, if you're not and you have Facebook, you should go over there, Gemma Jade. You'll see my picture. Grab the book, please. It really, really helps me, guys. It helps it doesn't really help me financially. It helps me like with knowing that you guys like what I'm putting out, like to keep going. Yeah, that you're enjoying my work, because if you aren't, and I see that like a book doesn't do good, then it's like, okay, nobody really cares about that. But what I am doing is I'm working on I'm trying to get an idea, and I do have a few floating around of what I'm going to write about for the next book. So I'm thinking either tulpas, we can talk about those, like for an actual book that takes me like a year. Like these are just encounter stories. Not that they didn't take time, but they, people send them to me. So it's fairly easy. Oh yeah, thank you, Diane. This was a birthday gift from Ghost Dragons, along with my Stanley Cup, which we were joking about before, and a pair of yoga shorts, which I really needed. Lotus Girl, thank you so much for that. Yeah, guys, get it on Kindle. I don't think the Campfire Stories are on Audible, but all of my other books are available on Audible. Just search Gemma Jade Books. It's really easy. You got Missing the Fae Theory, Encounters with Evil, 101 True and Terrifying Stories. You got Shadow Entities, Sleep Paralysis and Beyond, Danger at Your Door, Terrifying Encounters with Black-Eyed Kids, Midnight Visitors, Encounters with Black-Eyed Kids, and then Campfire Stories, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Now, if you guys like the Campfire Stories, if it gets to number 1, if it sells well, I will be doing a video series to go along with it and talking about some of the encounters that are in the books. And I'll make it as many volumes as you guys are willing to purchase and read. I've got stories out the wazoo, but I don't put them in the listener encounters because I might need them for the book. So every once in a while I'll pull from that pile, but people that email me like from off the channel, those are usually the ones that end up in the book. So it's a lot of things that you guys haven't heard yet. I've never discussed on the channel. They're all brand new for the most part. So I love you guys so much. Please enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget, you're going to spend the weekend with me for my birthday. And please support shorts. Please, I'm still very self-conscious about them. They don't get many views, but I'm trying and I'm doing what I can to make you guys laugh and think. So, and go learn your charts, because we're going to talk more about astrology and the charts in the coming months. He printed his out. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Ghost Dragons, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay. Much love, everybody. Have a good one.